All righty.
What up?
I can't
What's
make
up?
that
What's
noise that
up?
the old pimps make. I can't make that noise they make. But you know when they make that noise and then they point their fingers at you like that. I guess y'all don't know because you don't have old school pimps going like to you. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. I see you with all them AKAs. I see you with all them AKAs.
Oh, one of them was from the last show. I take that one off. Let me see. Okay, so
Armed and dangerous.
Yeah, that was gonna be my gang name once upon a time, but we didn't go down that road. So
watch out.
You know,
Inglewood, is it Inglewood or
Turn the life around.
No, this was a gang in Pomona, but
oh,
we didn't do that.
It's still all over. Is Pomona LA County?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all LA County.
It's all the same. Same people that left LA, moved further inland, and they just kept going.
But, I can see your little tall, short ass.
How am I tall and short?
Okay,
6'8" in spirit.
Depend upon that squat.
Dunking on people in spirit now.
I am 5'5.5". Okay, that's my height. I'm 5'5.5". I'm the tallest of my sisters at 5'5.5".
Oh, you're the tallest one.
Yep. Yep, I'm taller than all of my mom is about 5'1", 5'2". She don't tell the truth about that. She's not gonna admit to that, but yeah, I'm the tallest at 5'5.5". So waiting for Dak to come on.
Oh, there you
go.
Says
that he's unknown right now.
That's
That's him. That's Mm-hmm. He called himself today. I don't know where he is. I just added him.
Can't get the camera to work.
Oh, okay. Well, you can hear us. Okay.
That old school.
I'm trying to make sure that glare ain't coming off that dome.
Yeah, what happened to you? You just disappeared.
Yeah.
Just disappeared. You want me to go ahead and start with there you are. Okay. Come on through, sir. Come on through.
There we go. What's good? What's good? We got our 6 people, so we can start now.
It says 8, but I think 4 of those are us, and the 4 that just said hello. So
All right, we can go ahead and act like the 4 ain't us. So what's good, y'all? What's good? We back at it again. I know it's been a minute. Seems like a long time. I miss these guys. You know what I'm saying? But it's been great. It's been great. Let's see. Oh, this week I'm Unc, right?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I'm Unc this week, man. Had a beautiful week. You know what I mean? Had a fellas trip. Tried I haven't done in like 400 years.
Let's talk about that fishing trip.
Right. Let's talk about
Can we get that video? Can we get that? You pull that video up?
So you would have took the fish off.
Bro, it was hilarious, man.
That hook. You was acting like you was scared. You was shaking like a leaf in the wind.
Your lower lip was quivering
like a little leaf in the wind, man.
I think people don't realize how vigorously those fish move. Like they for real, or trying to survive. They move for real. It's not like they are for real working.
Like that.
And see, I have this thing. I don't like my hands dirty. When my hands get dirty,
you ain't fishing though. Like your hands. Who putting the bait on your damn hook?
Shit, I had somebody else do it. When you ain't
not.
No,
you did.
You did not. A playboy.
Hell no.
I did. I put the bait on my shirt and I just kind of slid the joint on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? And slid it like that. So if I got gloves, bare hands, man, that shit dry. It's like it damn near gives me an anxiety attack if my hands are too dirty.
You got sensory issues.
Why you ain't go out there with no gloves? You ain't want to be the only one.
For real, man. I didn't think we was really gonna catch fish. I keep it on it.
Y'all just going to get drunk.
Right, that's pretty much. I was like, we just gonna get drunk, talk some trash, tell jokes on the water, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Son.
And
So,
Did y'all have a fish fry afterwards?
Right. Did you fry what you caught?
no, we didn't get a chance to fry because I don't know if you saw the second video I posted. It was damn near, you know what I mean? We went on the way back, we went through a storm
Yes.
and it was raining so bad out there, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't really go post up and pull out a grill in the rain. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? My homeboy, all his family came out too, so they took it home, and you know we just kind of rocked out and just partied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all was looking like that
AKA,
dang
we got
Mark
drunk.
Wahlberg movie. What was it called? Was it called A Perfect Storm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, what are they doing? You know,
Man, yeah,
I'm
we
glad
did.
you had fun. Everybody made it back.
Yeah, exactly. It was somebody out there. It was two people out there on a jet ski. I was trying to get them on the camera too, but they like disappeared in the water. So hopefully they made it back okay. Because I would have turned around and
Me too.
it was dry. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why you had no gloves on.
Yeah. I think I was gonna.
But somebody don't like shit on their hands, and you out there with no gloves, and you fishing. That's why I'm asking who the fuck was baiting your, who was putting the bait on your hook.
Man, I took my shirt like this, put the bird on the joint.
Shut the hell up, boy.
Did like that, man. Real talk, man.
Shoot, I put those night crawlers and those mealworms on my own hook, so I'm surprised. But I don't have issues with my hands being dirty like that, so I can understand. I can understand.
You would.
You always got to go there, but that too, I'm not worried about my hands getting dirty. It's not a problem.
Right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and pass it on to you. How you doing?
Right. So, the hot topic is something I saw online, and of course, I had a bunch of questions.
You gotta let everybody introduce themselves. We ain't seen.
They know us. Go ahead. Oh, when you said me, I thought you meant to show the screenshot. Okay, it's your girl Kelly, aka Good Vibes, aka California Love, and Dangerous.
Oh.
Can you imagine? So anyway, how's everybody doing? Glad to be here.
About to set it off.
How you doing? Your love. I'll be out again.
My mom would have killed me.
They were some little things too.
Yeah, like Queen Latifah.
Jada Pinkett was a little tiny little thing.
The small ones are the ones that have the issues because they tired of being treated different because they little. So them the meanest ones.
Yeah.
The little people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You already know. Deezy, Rob Deezy, what you been up to?
What's up, man? Man, ain't nothing. Y'all know who it is. Rob Deezy, Mr. Keep It 1000. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We got some hot topics. Not hot pocket. Hot topics to talk about.
That's cute.
Y'all stay tuned in as we talk about the hot topics. What up, Jay? What's good?
Hold on, we ain't gonna let you go, Rob. What's up with the new curly hair, man?
New curly hair, bro. This is bro. This just
dog.
Actually, what it is, it's just good lighting today. I got some good lighting. That's really what it is.
Oh, that's
yeah. You can see
your ring light. Got your ring light.
Yeah. It reflects off a certain type of way, so you can really see the true definition of the curve.
Be Rob Deezy, aka Good Hair.
Hey.
Yeah. Ain't preach Rob this week. This week say good hair.
Good hair, aka Good, aka
Swervy.
Mr. Good Hair.
Mr. Swervy. What's up, Jay?
Good, Jay-Z, my bad.
What's going on, y'all?
Man.
What up? What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's JV or Jay Young coming to you live again, man. This is gonna be a good topic today, man. I think we gonna take a little break after this or something like that.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be our last show for a little while, a little summer hiatus.
Yeah. Take a little summer hiatus.
Looks like let me get my calendar because you know I'm gonna tell you all wrong. It is July. Let's see, we're on break July 6th, 13th, and 20th, and we return July 27th.
Yep.
So we definitely gotta cook up some nonsense for this for the 27th because you know we gotta come back with something.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we gotta come up with something. Nonsense.
Oh yeah. We coming out with that's gonna be our new season. You know what I'm saying? Season number 2 or number 3. Well, actually, we got about We're gonna still be dropping content though. We're gonna be dropping content because we got crazy content. So y'all won't miss us. Trust that. He said Kelly name long as a
Long as a vehicle ID. It's a VIN number, right?
I told you, man.
It went with a story from one of the last shows, and I didn't edit it before I hopped on today, so it's still sitting on there. It was a story behind it, but they're all me or variations of me, but
Oh, you was having a meeting where you was talking about 4 personas?
Not necessarily 4 personas, 4 like, I guess, life stages. Kelly and Good Vibes are my adult, my adult professional personas, I guess. California Love is a little different. Everybody don't get to see her, but Armed and Dangerous only happened for a hot second. I was like, no, I don't think I'm about that life for real. So it's just a joke. My sister calls me that every once in a while. She's like, okay, Armed and Dangerous. But her nickname was Darn C. So she can't talk about me. I'm like, what's up, Loke? You will see Loke while you call me Armed and Dangerous. So, little past life regression type of stuff. That's right.
Well, let's go ahead and get going. Go ahead. I'm just going to call you 4 people. Go ahead, all 4 people.
Okay, so let me see where that now I had the picture all queued up, and now it's gonna make me look like a liar. Hold on, let me cue it up before I show you my whole desktop. Let's see, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen so we can talk about this little meme that I saw online today. And I was just surprised at the number of people that said, they thought it was all good. So I wanted to see what y'all said. Can everybody see it?
Yep.
I can see it.
Okay, so it looked like Miss Renee said she asked her husband for money to start a new business, and he asked her to write a proposal. So she seems like she good with it. She sent it to his email, and she got a little presentation at 8 a.m. sharp, and she wants everybody to wish her luck, and she got a little smiley face. I wasn't smiling, but a lot of people were smiling. So I thought it'd be something to discuss.
Okay. You want to put it up there?
So let's let's discuss.
Yes, ma'am. Throw it back up there, good. Jay, what you say? Rob, what you say? What's your thoughts on it?
First, it just depends on his agenda, what he's trying to do. Like, is he coming from the right place, or is he coming from someplace else? You know what I'm saying? Is he trying to control? Is he trying to support? You know what I mean? So it just depends on the relationship and the nuances, in which he's, on their relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, if in anything, if a partner wants to do something, if they're your partner, you're automatically, grandfathered in. So you're gonna have to support it some kind of way. It's just, if this guy's trying to control or try to deny or try to hold her down or hold her back, that's not the right kind of sentiment. So, if it's the right situation, I agree with it. But if it's the wrong one, then just getting abused some kind of way, or denied some kind of way, or disrespected, or not taken seriously, then I disagree. I mean, but if it's just all up and up, man, and he's trying to support her, he's wanting to do right, make sure she's successful, man. Then hey, man, it's just more power to him, to both of them, really. But hopefully, it's the latter, man. He's supporting, leading with love, and and supporting her and her business. Now, if she's trying to sell something like, I don't know, plastic plates or something like that, I'd be like,
plastic plates.
Let's look at something else.
So, did any of y'all think it was funny that she asked her husband for money to start a business?
Yeah, I think. I feel like this. I think it's just the way that whoever wrote this shit stated it. Right? It could be misconstrued. Like, I ain't gonna lie. In a relationship or marriage, I feel like y'all should discuss stuff like that business wise. And if y'all gonna be taking money out of a joint pot, now I can't dictate what you do with your money. Like, if you just running it by me as an idea to try to get my buy-in or to say, hey, this is what I want to do, then I get that. And hey, I'm here for that. But if we're talking about doing something together, then yes, we want to make sure we fixing to put our money towards something that we're looking at going to be long-term and fruitful. Because some people just be having fly-by-night ideas and shit, and they want you to
True.
invest money in that shit. So I get what he was coming from somewhat, but I don't know about making her write no proposal like she coming in for a job interview or nothing like that. Like, hey, let's write it out how we want it to go or what your thoughts are. We can sit down and we can, put our heads together collectively and figure out what we're gonna do and what our aim is. Same way we bounce shit off of each other as friends,
So,
Mhm.
But
so
I think it's just the context in which somebody wrote that shit. Like,
maybe so, but Rob, would you want her to come ask you for money? Does she have to say, "Hey, honey, can I have some money to start a business," or does she come to you with, "I have an idea for a business. Can we talk about, maybe using some of the pot money or the pool money or the savings money or the mad money or whatever y'all call the joint account, to help me get started?" Would she have to ask you, or am I just leaning too heavy on the ask part?
for me,
I think it's yeah.
go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say it depends on what it is. Like you're gonna have to get some sort of buy-in from your partner,
Right. I get
right?
that.
You're gonna have to, but it's just depending on how on what the contents of the ask is. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it one of them things? Is he holding something over her head? Like, or is it like, hey baby, I'm thinking about doing this. It's gonna have to be a some sort of consensus. But I think but I get where you're coming from, dude. Like, I gotta ask for everything because I'm the spouse or I'm the wife or whatever. I don't hold the purse strings or whatever. Get into that gender role, like the guy trying to, you better, in order for you to do anything, you got to come through me first. Like, nah, man, that's not the right kind of headspace you need to be in. So it just depends on the ask, though.
I look at it different, right? You know what I mean? Because what I'm saying, she could have did it the way a lot of other women do it. You know what I'm saying? While she on top riding you, she like, hey, babe, I'm about to start a business. You know what I'm saying? I need to take $5,000 off the account. And he be like, yep, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I look at it this way, right? When I read this, to me, it sounds like she's probably one of those people who have a new idea every other Friday, you know what I'm saying? And basically
speculate, man.
Yeah, I'm defer that.
You kind of set some type of precedence, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, anything you want to do, you know what I'm saying? You're going to prove to me that this is something you really want to do, and you're going to commit to this particular business. Then write up a proposal and give me all the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So that then we can sit down and have a discussion about it. So I don't see no problem with her asking, and excuse me, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot to be garnered from this. It could be that maybe she wants to start a business with one of her friends. You know what I'm saying? And she needs him to give her a portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Something of that nature. I remember one time I was looking at starting a business, you know what I'm saying? And I won't tell you how much, but, I asked Michelle, I was like, hey, can I borrow this amount to start this particular business? And she was like, well, you know what I'm saying? Give me some details. Give me this, give me that about the business. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand this aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Ask your man, treat it like it's business. Don't treat it like we just a married couple, because as we know, a business can destroy a couple as well. So let's treat it this way and let's go from there.
I'm not really feeling it that way.
Is it the same way shoe on the other foot? So do you feel like do you feel like men should have to go ask women about money if they want to make moves?
Yeah.
You say ask, but yeah, it's discussion.
what's the extent that all this goes through? Like, you know, I want to go buy $500 Jordans. Like,
Right. See, so, yeah, now, as far as, you know what I'm saying, what you do with your personal money, no. But if you're planning on starting a business where you don't have the capital or the credit to do it, and you have to involve your partner, and let's say you and your partner realize that y'all just not good business partners, but one can be a good investor, then yeah, I think, you know what I'm saying, you should ask, whether it's the man or the woman.
I guess that part is fair. I just, I don't know. Something about it just seems
Don't like that.
real
she
funny to
wrote
me.
it like it was funny though.
Huh? Well, no, I mean, she's good with it. That's her and her dude, and she like asking her man for money and getting his permission and writing up proposals to present to him. I mean, do you, boo boo? But as somebody who, you know, has had a couple of businesses and is going to go into whatever I'm going into with one, and going to contribute at least 50% into whatever it is, I'm gonna feel funny about asking you to use our money and then I need to write you a proposal. It's just something about that just seems
Yeah,
fun.
and see, I don't even, yeah,
You think
this
it's condescending or something?
Huh?
You think it's condescending?
I'm just kind of like, what makes him the person who gets to decide, and is he business minded enough to ask me to present him with the proposal? So
Yeah, I
if
get
my
that.
man asks me to come to him with a business proposal or to explain an IT process or some kind of thing that's not really in his lane, I'm gonna feel some kind of way. And if I'm contributing equally to what's there, then yeah, we should definitely discuss it. But
What happened?
asking
I'm
for,
laughing because I agree with what Corey said. Corey said you can't go
I can't even see. Hold on, let me look at it.
nowhere.
No, but that's not true at all. When you
What
start your
happens
own
if he
small business
disagree?
and you use your own capital, you don't have to ask anybody for anything. I've
What-
never
what
asked anybody to for money or went to a bank with a proposal or a business plan because I finance my own businesses. So
What should
no,
happen?
I don't necessarily have to
Ain't gonna
write
give it
anything
to us
to anybody.
anyway.
So why am I going to write something to him?
What
Right.
should happen if he
What would
disagrees?
make him qualified to decide whether my business is viable or not viable?
Then go ask somebody else for the money.
What he say?
I don't need to
What
ask
happens if he
anybody for
says
bit of
no?
money. That's what I'm saying. Because she's asking, we don't know why she's asking. We don't
What
know if
happens
she's asking because she's a housewife and she feels like she needs to request money from him because she don't have her own, or whether it's a joint account and she's just extra respectful in that way and says, I want to ask my husband for the money. I don't know her her reasons. But if you saying you're a wife and he has money, I would assume as his wife, you got money because it's a team. So why would you need to ask your husband for money versus having a discussion and talking about, that she has an idea or she wants to, to do something? There's a few variables that just seem funny to me. The ask and the, write up a proposal, not let's talk about it. Write me a proposal.
What if he says no? That shit's whack. That proposal, I don't see that going nowhere.
Right. That's a whole nother conversation, right?
I figured it would be.
Right. So I mean, so then what? You just
How
say,
you
well,
lay him
okay,
down
honey,
gently?
you said
Like,
no, so I don't get to do what
But then you have to be able to respect that, you know what, maybe your idea is trash.
Man, most people ain't finna respect that, bro. They gonna be like, remember when you wanted to do that dumb shit and I
exactly.
supported you?
And let me tell you how this happens in real life. They don't want you to start a business and you come home and it's a boat parked in front of your house, or it's a motorcycle in your garage, or it's a saltwater fish tank in your living room, or it's a $4,000 or $5,000 pit bull in your backyard. So,
You know what I'm saying? And again,
saying
I'll use me and Michelle as an example because, you know what I'm saying, we have our joint accounts, then we have our separate accounts.
right.
And so, you know what I'm saying, if a venture that I want to do, I feel like, hey, you know what? There's not a, you know what I'm saying? I don't have enough capital to do it. And she has that capital. I'm going, and if y'all know Michelle is real by the fuck. I don't want to say fucking book, but by the book. And
Don't say it that way.
you know what I'm saying? So I would ask her before I went somewhere else and say, hey, you know what I mean? This is my plan. This is that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? And I think it's fair because I think too, if you are in a relationship, you should be able to respect when your partner says, you know what, this is a trash idea. You know what I'm saying? Like if
as long as it's
You
respectful.
strike me as the type of
As long
nigga
as
gonna
it's
fly
respectful.
off and do what the fuck you want to do when you feel
Can't
like this
just-
idea
you
is
can't
gonna
just-
be
You
profitable.
gotta see it. It's all in how you say it, man. It's all in the words that you
Again,
use.
that was my other question. How does he decide what's viable, and why is he the final decision on what's viable? We don't even know if
Is
he
he
knows
the- is he the
anything
final
about
decision?
business at all. He may just not want her to take any money out of the pot. Until he wants to do something, then it's time to take the money out of the pot.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, that probably be like, man, fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna do the shit anyway.
I know why he's saying that.
I'm saying he over here playing the games, man. He know he be like, man, fuck that shit. She don't know what she talking about. I'm gonna do the shit anyway. He get on that liquor. He start talking to himself in that mirror, hyping himself up. Fuck that, man. Every time I got a bright idea, she want to shut shit down. Talking
No,
You
crazy.
won't let me live my best life.
I respect it depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You don't support my dreams.
Yeah, I've said that shit too. You know what I mean? But no, but
it looks like most people think that it makes sense. So it's the same percentage of people are similar that think that he's not wrong. That it's
I'm with Corey. If it's a good plan, then I'm going to support it because you know what I'm saying. The way I look at it is, if you took the time out to really write it and think it out, then if you took the time to really write out your plan, you know what I'm saying, and it's a well thought out, organized plan, then the likelihood of you actually making it successful will be high versus, you know what I'm saying? Every week, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'm selling Primerica this week.
But that's assuming that she didn't already do that when she asked for the money. And as somebody who's business minded and creates businesses, that's one of my side hustles, for me to go ask somebody to decide whether my proposal is viable and want me to prove that I know what I'm talking about would be a little on the offensive side. And we know that all men are not created equally. So while y'all might be like, that's a good idea, let's do something, somebody else may just think because she's a woman or she's not business minded in his eyes that, it's not going to be viable regardless.
I thought in marriages you had to agree on big decisions.
Yeah, agreeing is one thing. I take, for me, agree and ask is two different things. A discussion versus asking is different. A discussion means we both go back and forth and we both have something to say about it. Asking is, honey, can I have some money? Yes or no?
Please. Yeah.
It's
a big deal. It makes a difference.
What if you ain't putting no money in that pot?
What'd you say?
What if you ain't putting no money in that pot?
Okay, you talking about me because I don't relate.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
but is she not his wife? So she has to put money in the pot to ask for money. Is that where we're gonna go? Because that's where I went with it.
Yeah, hold on. What you saying? Yeah. What if she put money in the pot? Then she should have to ask to pull some out.
No, what if she didn't put any money in the pot? What if she's like a homemaker and she didn't put money in the pot? Or what if she makes a lot less than him, so she don't have money to put?
She don't get to withdraw
in the pot, but you're in a marriage,
right? She still needs to act, and vice versa. He still needs to act.
Why you gotta ask if he putting the money in the pot?
Because it's a marriage and it's a business deal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You got to, you know what I mean? You got to basically make it balanced on both ends. So, hey, I'm putting the lion's share in there. If I want to do this and I'm pulling from our pool and this is not my personal fuck off money, then pretty much You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got to go and ask too. Like, hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm thinking about doing. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, I hope y'all know what blah 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 means.
No, but we can guess.
So you the only one bringing money in, and you gonna still let her borrow some?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her borrow some because she my lady.
It's I mean, you go
Do
back
you
and
feel
read
like you gotta be part of the
post.
business?
If you go back and read the post, it seemed like she was excited about it.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I'm not saying that she's got an issue at all. I just didn't feel like there was enough context for the 95% of folks to be like, oh, he ain't wrong at all. He good. He ain't wrong. He should ask. She should tell her. He should ask. I'm like, where did you get from this little meme that was okay, except for the fact that she seemed like she was excited or she didn't care. I don't know what her mentality or her mindset is. So I can't say whether she's okay, honey, I'll write it up. I'm excited, or okay, honey, that's fair. You know, I have to ask you, am I have to borrow some from you? Or okay, honey, all our money goes into one pot and I don't keep that much mad money. Or let me ask my man because I make all of the money, but I don't want him to feel like I don't include him and stuff. So I go and ask him to show that respect, you know, in the household as him being leader of the household. So to me, there was all these variables that I didn't see explained in the meme, but all these folks immediately thought that, you know, that it was okay. And I was just surprised, like nobody has any questions. Like, you know, this all seems normal to y'all.
Now, if you were to reverse the roles, man, if the guy was like, yo, baby, I want to, you know, start a business, and she was like, you know, okay, give me a business plan and present it to me 8:00 tomorrow. What would be the, you know, what would be the 90? What would the 95, 98% people be saying?
Are they going to say, yeah, she's 100% right? Or is she going to say that's, you know, treating her man disrespectfully, or that's, you know, that's trying to humiliate him or emasculate him and all this old type of stuff? So I just
gonna do it. The
What'd you
bank
say?
will do it if she don't. The bank gonna do it. If that shit
No,
ain't
you don't
right.
use the bank all the time is what I'm saying. Everybody keeps saying, well, the bank is going to ask her. I never use the bank. I put my money aside and I finance my own businesses. Shoestring.
Well, if she asks, then
Boss
she ain't
lady.
Yeah,
she
she
ain't boss lady.
No, we don't know she don't have it. We don't know if they put their money together in a pool or she's a housewife and don't earn money.
But I thought y'all just said everything was a pool. Was all in the same pool if they married.
Right. She's gonna have to get the money from somewhere, and somebody is either gonna say yes or no. You know what I'm saying?
Is he entitled to ownership?
No. I wouldn't even think he's entitled to ownership. I would think
it's a marriage.
I would think it would be more of, you know what I'm saying, hey, I'm an investor. If I invest, then that's one thing. Or if I'm giving this to you and
you giving her some money.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. You giving me some money out of the household pot, and I contribute as your wife, but you giving me some money. Yeah, okay, bro.
I told you, I know how to draw it out of motherfucker.
We're not
what you eating? What you eating?
Mango.
You like mango slices?
We talking about
you smack on them now.
You know, yeah.
On that last point,
right? So what's the moral of the story? Good is not asking her man for sugar.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's the energy in which I'm being asked to do whatever. I have made the most or all of the money in the past. Okay, that's just how it is. I still ask my man certain things. He still was the final decision maker in the house. You know, but certain things had to be discussed. He was going to be the one that was going to discuss. Now I may sit there and put my little 2 cents as long as I'm not making him look like, you know, something he don't want to look like. So I'm not against even having the discussion or talking about it. I'm against the asking for our money versus discussing whether this is a good idea. And then with her to have to prove to him that it's a good idea, like he is the boss, you know, the final say, and not even know whether he knows anything about business to decide viability or why she's asking him for money as his wife. Like, why does she not have some of her own money? Why does she not have a savings? Why does she not have her own money put aside? Why does she not have a side hustle, a part-time job, an inheritance? Do she watch kids? I mean, like, do she braid hair on the side? Like what's up? Why is she asking him and waiting on him to say yay or nay, unless that's just how they're, their marriage works.
In a castle.
He don't want her to work.
I mean, that happens too, but then they want to play with your money.
He is the king of the castle, and his word goes.
I ain't giving you no money because I don't want you to work.
Hey, so here's what I'll say about it. If I was in their shoes, man, and she had that ambition, man, I would be all about that, man. I would speak. I mean, perhaps it might not be the greatest, business plan, but but hey, let's twerk. Let's twerk. Let's tweak it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we can do. If not this, or then let's try something else. But then you want to get something going, let's commit to doing that. Like what is going to be? I don't know. We're gonna be responsible with the money, you know what I'm saying? But as a partner, you got dreams and aspirations. Let's rock, you know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna make you happy,
We need to understand short-term, long-term goals at a minimum.
Right.
You ain't got to come with no proposal, but we got to understand what we trying to do short-term, what we trying to do long-term.
Okay. Well, Ron Solo says, in the long run, if they divorce and he gave her money, he may come back and say that he put some money in. We've seen Waiting to Exhale. We've seen all these movies. And we've seen it in real life examples where you want to talk about you want to talk about Jeff Bezos and Amazon. His wife is the one who got that first contract at Starbucks. So now he's rich, and everyone's talking about, he can divorce her, and she's not entitled to this, and how much money she getting, and blah blah blah. Like she didn't contribute from the ground up. So all that is is a good point, that you just assume that it's one particular person who's who's holding it down or doing everything, and that may or may not be the case. But we got Corey saying that in this example, it's not their money, but he's the boss and it's his money, so she has to ask. And again, I didn't see enough detail in the meme to say whether that was true or not. I just thought it was very strange that most people didn't ask any of the questions that we're talking about here. It was immediate, no, he's not wrong. And I'm just like, okay, y'all ain't got no questions.
We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next topic now. You know what I'm saying? Jay, I'm gonna pass you the torch on this one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kind of give us some context about what you were talking about. Ask your question, and you know what I'm saying. Let's discuss it, Playboy.
Yeah, man. So I was in the car the other day driving, and I was like, I have a lot of people, a lot of friends, and also including myself, man. A lot of us make sacrifices in life, for whatever reason, And I had the thought of, what if you betrayed your dreams for love? What if you delayed your dreams, for family, for your kids or for a relationship? I mean, did you not, stay and and run that business, or did you not, make the decision to pursue something because of something that you thought you wanted more, you know what I'm saying, or you thought you wanted it more, you know what I mean, but it's not your passion, you know what I mean. But so I guess what I'm trying to say, like, in your experiences, have you ever had to give up something that you love, passionate about, for someone else? Could be family, could be friends. I wouldn't say friends. Could be be some a romantic relationship. Perhaps you got kids coming in. What I mean? What do you do? What I mean? And if so, where are you now? Are you kind of wishing that you did? Is it you still have the opportunity to go back and do it? What I mean? What do you do? I mean, is it causing you to be angry or feeling resentment towards a person? What I mean? Perhaps y'all not together anymore. Now you looking back at it like, oh, what you got regret, if you will. So I thought that was something like if to talk about, especially if you're in a situation where you did forego that. And potentially, how about we kind of revisit your dream, and how can you kind of get something going again? Because you're still in the game, right? You're still on the side of the dirt, what I mean? So as long as you, since you're still here, man, it's still a dream of yours. It's not over till it's over, So
why don't you start off with an example then?
Yeah, so I mean, example, man. I talk about my life, man. many years ago. I used to live in Atlanta, and I was really heavy in music. And I was going in. I was going in. That's all I wanted to do. And that was what I was, that was going to be my if I could make it, this was going to be my profession. And at that time, I was with my ex-wife, and she got pregnant. I'm like, whoa. Well, so what do I do here? And then also, what is your person that you're with? Are they even supportive of your dream? You know what I'm saying? Perhaps they have, you have to do a better job of necessarily making them feel right. I don't think I did a good job with making her feel comfortable with me pursuing my dream, because it was music and there was a lot of women around, people showing up at the studio, women, you know what I mean? And I don't think I communicated to her, so I don't think I, included her the way I was supposed to. I can see that now moving back, you know what I mean? And then so, for me, I not pursue that and be still having that love for it, I still got, something, feel some kind of way about it. So what do I do now? So it's just more so me still doing it on the side, but also helping people in the community with their stuff, like, business side, the consulting, and then helping people get gigs around, and supporting the just being in the scene, you know what I'm saying? So for me, my work around, is being part of it, still having that love for it, still sharing, with people in that realm, and just doing what I can just to be in there, So yeah, it's not the dream that I had, but at the same time, it's still a part of me, it's still something I'm pseudo pursuing, you know what I mean? But I'm still participating in something. Like, you're always going to be a b-ball player, you know what I mean? Whether you make it to the NBA or not, like, you're going to start coaching or something, or you're going to just to play at the rec league, whatever, or start a blog or something like that. So that was one dream. I've had dreams of starting restaurants and all other kind of stuff. Same thing, man. Just being young, and not necessarily immature, but not being able to you gonna count me down? Being able to to I would say manage the relationship the way I should have, when I was in it. So yeah, I gave up a lot in pursuing my dream.
Nah, that's what's up. What about you, Rob?
So I'd say I probably delayed dreams for
How long you
family.
got, Rob? How long you got? 2
How
minutes?
long?
3
How long?
minutes?
What?
4 minutes?
Yeah. We're gonna give Rob 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I probably delayed dreams for family and loved ones. A lot of times I feel like I probably delayed it because I ain't want to offend somebody else and have them feel like they was gonna be left behind. Because a lot of people feel guilt for success around people who don't have what they may deem as success, right? So I feel like over time, where I could have been like, oh shit, I should go overseas because I could do this, I could do that, I could probably got a job over there. But instead, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stay over here, be close to my fam, be close to this person, so that we'll have that type of bond or relationship. And it's just different things. I mean, um, I feel like there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do young, and I hadn't been around my family from a young age. Like, I didn't get around my extended family until I was about 13. Um, so like interacting with them for real, because I lived in Germany. So I mean, you feel like, I felt like, hey, I wanted to make up for lost time, and then just shit, this different shit rolled into different shit. So I just kind of didn't do the things that I wanted to do, or explore some of the ideas or places I wanted to, that would have gave me some more experiences.
Well,
Um, but
why did you do it? Was it because you wanted to be around family, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I wanted to be partly around my family, and then two, I had been traveling a little bit because I was in the military myself, so I had went through traveling and stuff like that. So I kind of had got to a point where it was like, okay, you seen stuff, it was kind of like content. a little bit, but at the same time, it was me fooling myself like, oh, they need me and stuff like that. When really, probably, honestly, they ain't need me because most folks will say they do, and then when you give advice or you do whatever, it's the same shit, different day for years, you know. So I honestly, as time went on, them dreams evolved. So that's why I don't really feel like I'm going back and doing certain things. I'm more on a different level with a different plateau as far as dreams go. So I don't really necessarily worry about going back to it, but it did affect some of the things that I wanted to do throughout life.
I got a
So
question. How
yeah,
far did it set you back in life? You know what I'm saying? Did it set you back a couple of years? Did it set you back a decade? You know
No,
what I'm
it
saying?
ain't really. It ain't. I don't never feel like nothing really sets me back because it's just different paths we taking, right? Could I have gotten to a certain area of life faster and been more lucrative? Yeah, it probably could have been. But these are all variables that I couldn't really like. They're variables. Like there wouldn't have been no
You
determination
can't
or no.
predict them.
Yeah, there's no solid fact that that was gonna happen. What happened is I learned a lot of different shit through different routes that I probably wouldn't have never took through the
Mm-hmm.
things that I did and the choices I made to stay around in certain environment. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel like it was way more beneficial to be around that, even though I gave up other things. So it's just a matter of how you look at it. Like I feel like I got so much gain from not doing other stuff and being around certain things that
Mm-hmm.
shit made me evolve to be able to do what I really want to do. But
Mm-hmm.
at this age,
That's
like
maturity. Hmm.
at 20, yeah, 20 years old, 25, 28, I wanted way different shit. And now I got a child, so shit is way different. So, you know, and I'm not gonna delay dreams for my child because I don't want her to do that. Feel like she gotta delay stuff till stuff get right and all that. Nah, because I feel like a lot of people want to wait till stuff is perfect,
Right.
right?
No
And,
such
and
thing.
shit gonna never line up. Them stars ain't gonna never line up 100% to be perfect to wait on doing something. So yeah, that's my little take on it as far as just delaying things. You just gotta roll with them punches sometimes.
Right.
Rob, I
No,
got a
that's
question for you.
Yeah,
So you said something. What did you say? You said something about you not doing something because you said they needed you, or
yeah.
they didn't really need you.
Hmm.
So do you think that it was just like okay, well, you had those thoughts with me? Was it more so use it as a okay? I don't have to pursue this now because this is. I guess what I'm trying to say did you not pursue it because you know you wouldn't necessarily rally, or you just more so you were just using that as an excuse to not necessarily pursue something because you felt as if somebody needed you, on the family side.
I think part of it was just laziness. You get you get used to some, you get into a certain mode, so then you start to become a little bit lazy. But at the same time, though, it was like I didn't want to miss something or not be there for something, right? And what I mean by that is it's like the kid who can't go to sleep because they don't want to miss something. So
yep.
like I didn't want to be away, somebody get a
Yeah.
heart attack. I didn't want to be away,
That's real.
somebody have a heart attack, and then I can't be there to be able to be there. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can't do shit, but just be there for people to support them. And then what you realize is throughout life, shit gonna happen. Life gonna happen, and you ain't gonna always be able to be there. So it didn't click for me though until I was almost like 33, 34 years old. And I'm 40 now. So it didn't really click till a couple years ago that yo, you got to live your life, and people are going to be able to roll with the punches. And if they can't, you can try to be there for them, but you cannot halt your life. And what happens is, as a result of that, people they see a change. And now you ain't the same old fucking G you was before, and people looking at you different, but it's evolution. Everybody don't want to roll with it.
Right.
And I don't want to get too far off the topic, but
So, yeah,
that's just
we gonna come back. Hold that thought, Rob, because we're gonna come back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
that falls in line with what we're discussing as well. So just hold that thought if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. What you have to say, Good?
Um, I think the majority of my adult life has been delayed dreams. Um,
When you say
some,
like, what do you mean? Oh, like.
oh, I had my first child. I got pregnant with my first child at 21. My entire life has been delayed dreams. I was in college to become a psychiatric technician, which is like a mental health RN. Got pregnant, and all my pregnancies have been high risk. I'm normally on bed rest by the 6th month.
Wow.
And so I was in school begging for permission from my doctor to sign my paperwork so I could go and do my practicals. And he said, you can't be pregnant in a mental health facility. Like that's dangerous. What if somebody, body slams you or runs into you or, does something to, to harm you? And then, it wasn't even probably a month after that I almost lost that baby, ended up on bed rest. Bed rest where they gave me a bucket to pee in so they could test my urine every 2 days. I went to the hospital every Monday for the entire last few months of my pregnancy. So I was in school at the time, but obviously I couldn't finish. I tried a couple of times when she was a little older, and I would be in school at night, missing my child, debating whether I really should be here or not, because I should be there with her. She's in daycare all day while I go to work, and then she's with my mom or my sister all night while I'm in school, and it just didn't add up. So one day I was sitting in class, it was philosophy, one of my PEs, and they were talking about if something has 4 legs and a trunk, is it an elephant? Is it not an elephant? And I said, my baby's at home and this is what we're discussing. It's just, this is just not going to work. So I dropped out and went home, worked and took care of my child. I think my daughter was about 5, maybe not even 5, when I met my ex-husband. And also joined the Nation of Islam in that time. So certain things that I may have done, I wouldn't have pursued. Things where I was more visible, I wouldn't have done. I had to get permission to cover my head when I was in OR tech school because they didn't want me to wear a scarf in the OR. And that was an issue, for my ex-husband. Like it was so many things that had to be put to the side. And I was in school again because my daughter was older and I had help, and I got pregnant again, and I was on bed rest again, and I had emergency C-section again. So fast forward another 2 years, and my mom gave me some money to start my skincare business that I always wanted, and I started buying supplies, and I signed up for an esthetician program at Santa Monica City College because I was going to do skincare with all my all natural organic facial products made from exotic tropical fruits. And
fruits and berries.
I was in class and I fell asleep.
And
I was like, what the hell? Why am I so tired? Why am I falling asleep? And I started counting, and I was like,
You was pregnant again?
Yes, I was pregnant again. But I don't know if I should even put all those details out there.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Good.
Do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Think on that. But y'all know what happened. I explained to you what happened. So this was definitely a non-planned, non-expected, not something I was careless about that led to this pregnancy. And I just broke down in tears because I knew I was going to be in this bed for, so many months, and then recovering, and then nursing, and then, figuring out daycare and all of that. And it just was never the right time. When my son was 6 months old, I did go back to OR Tech school. I did finish that program, and I was planning, to divorce my ex-husband at the time. So I knew I needed some type of job, to be able to, to support us. And I lived and took care of them as a single mom, for about, I don't know, maybe another year and a half before I met my.
How many? You say them? How many was it? At this point? How many kids did you have at this point?
3. I had 3 at this point.
Wow.
3 at this point. So I met my ex.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you, right? Because I'm wondering, at any point did you build up any resentment towards either others or even towards yourself, because you know what I'm saying, I studied and I was in Islam for quite a while, and I do know, listening to how you started and then converting to Islam, I do know how we'll just say certain things are ran, for lack of better words.
Right, exactly. So I wasn't resentful. I still don't think I'm resentful. I understand the nation. I understand the goal. I understand the unification of the Black family, and I knew I was taking that on when I got involved and when I recited. I recited my supreme wisdom. I knew what I was doing, and I thought that giving up everything that I had wanted was worth the unification of my Black family. I thought that was worth what I was doing, and I thought that my husband at the time, was focused on the things I was taught in MGT class I was supposed to be getting in return for what I was giving up. So as long as the exchange and balance is there, I think a lot of women would be okay. The problem is that we're not all there. We're not all mature. We're not all financially able to do what we're being taught to do. And he wasn't a 9-to-5 type of brother. He was a creative. He was an actor. He did security. He liked being around, his celeb homeboys. He liked being around his people. He liked being in them streets, talking to people, preaching, talking. He wasn't going to sit behind a desk and cut a check so that I could feel secure being at home, homeschooling and making bean soup. Like, we just weren't on that, on that same page. So did I feel sad that every time I tried something happened, or I got pregnant, or I had to, drop out of school? I felt sad about it. Did I blame my children? No, because I'm an adult and I made my own choices, but, I was divorced, and I was getting ready to, start my life and get back into, my creative things. I wanted to start a small business. So I wanted to do like a drop shipping business, and I was deciding whether it's going to be clothes or handbags, shoes, whatever. And I met somebody and fell in love, and he moved in, and everything was great. I now had some more support, and he was trying to start a business as well. So I helped him start his while I was working. And then I started getting resentful because his was taken off and I wasn't able to do mine because I was working. So as soon as I got to the point where I thought, okay, I'm going to do something for me this time, I got my bonus baby. My stepson's mother was killed, and he came to live with us. And at that time, he was 2. So I wasn't going to be out of the house for long hours. I wasn't going to take on anything that was going to take me out of that home, because he needed that stability, and he had lost his mama. And my mother asked me, "Are you sure you want to do this? He's 2. Your children are like 7 and 8. Like, they can make cereal, they can dress themselves. You would be starting over from scratch."
Right.
But I love that baby, and so
no, that's understood.
That's what I did. So fast forward to today.
I think that's
now
great.
I can do some of those things, huh?
I think that's a great example of, you defer dreams, but that's justification of doing so. You know what I'm saying? You got, you get the bonus baby, 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? This kid, it's a 2-year-old kid. My ex-wife, she gets pregnant. You know what I'm saying? We have a child. He's diagnosed with autism. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I need to be there. Like, if you're gonna do it for something, like, for me, it's gonna be another. It's gonna be my seed, my child. I'll figure out something. Like you said, what Rob said earlier. The path is the path. Like, you're gonna get there somehow, some way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in that journey, though, when you have justification of sacrifice, you just do it. I don't have any regrets. I just
in that way either. I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be who I call good vibes today without everything that that I sacrificed, and the things that I went through that we're not talking about on this show. Those weren't happy, glorious marriages, and that wasn't the entire relationship was not lovely. It was lovely in the beginning, but I rode that till the wheels fell off because I had a blended family. I wanted to keep them together. I wanted them to have 2 parents. I wanted them to live in their dream house that that we got. So, I did what I had to do. And now I'm at an age where my bonus baby, my son is 13. All my children are young adults. And now I'm doing the things that I should have done. Podcasting is one. Y'all invited me here and made that dream come true. I'm doing it now. So like Rob said, it took me a long time to get here, but I'm here and I'm still young enough to enjoy it. And I wonder, would it have been, better? Like Rob said, could I have done more? Would I have made more of an impact when I was younger? But maybe I wouldn't have the life experience to be who I am today. I don't know. I can only start from here and be happy, so.
No, that's definitely understood. That's understood. And, that's definitely thank you for sharing. Same thing with Rob. I do have a few more questions for y'all, what I'm saying, so that we can, because I wanna unpack a few things that both of y'all said and get some things about this topic as well. You know what I mean? As far as myself, similar to what Corey said, and similar to what you were saying, good. I didn't have a college scholarship to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was gonna be like midget basketball or something like that. But you know what I mean? but I met my ex in college, and I was a computer science major with a finance minor. You know what I'm saying? Kicking ass. And, found out she was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant by me. She was pregnant by somebody else. And, you know what I'm saying? I decided that, for whatever reason, that I wanted to be a father. So I literally left school and did a variety of things, left school, moved to Virginia, and literally started, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, taking care of a child that's not my biological, even though that's my baby. Because I was there with her in the doctor's office. I mean, you know what I'm saying, delivery room, I cut her cord and everything. So I've been there since.
Beautiful.
That's my oldest that's always talking trash on my shows. But
no, she's talking trash or you're talking trash to her. That's the one?
Oh, the apple don't fall from the tree.
Yeah, Future. She always talk trash to me.
She learned from the best.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but, over the next, I'd say 15 years, you know what I'm saying? All the dreams that I did have and the things that I wanted to do, such as, you know what I'm saying, finishing school and different things like that, because I wasn't making money. I was basically working 2 jobs. I did go to school in between working 2 jobs and trying to take care of kids, but you know what I'm saying, it basically burned me out and put me into like several years of depression because I felt like I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of those things like, hey, I'm doing this for my kids because I want my kids to have dinner every night. So, they'll tell you, I cook dinner 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? I wanted them to grow up in a certain environment. So everything that I wanted to do, I basically put on hold. You know what I mean? Sometimes, not that there's a regret, but sometimes I do have a little regret because, the older I've gotten, I've learned, you know what I'm saying? Your life is already planned out for you, based on certain decisions that you do make.
That's true.
And you know what I'm saying? And, I look at it and I know some things were active decisions, you know what I mean? And after my divorce, you know what I'm saying, I became one of those parents who was stuck trying to relive their childhood. So, so instead of following through on a lot of things that I wanted to do back then, such as finish college. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do those things, which was really important to me, because my family, I'd say, on my mother's side, and heck, even on my father's side, you know, I think maybe 5 people in the family have college degrees, and only 1 or 2 have an advanced degree. So, you know what I mean, me going to college was something big for me, just from a family aspect and for my kids. But because I was caught up into trying to play catch up from sacrificing and delaying everything, I spent, you know what I'm saying, another 5-6 years just basically running wild and what I call being loyal to losers. You know what I'm saying? When I say being loyal to losers, it's being loyal to people that I knew weren't going in the same direction that I was going. You know what I'm saying? Such as this cast, such as, you know what I'm saying, some of the other business ventures that I did.
Why did you think you were doing
that? Because I was trying to make up for that lost time. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, I started the whole sacrifice journey at like 20.
Yes.
Oh, you was trying to be gang at 40?
No, I wasn't gang. I was old then. You know what I'm saying? The person that y'all see me now, laugh, joke, snap, and all this, that, and the other, that's what I did prior to getting into we'll just say a challenging relationship for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of learning who I am, but also trying to bring people along with me to kind of celebrate and grow with my dream, not realizing that, hey, you know what? These folks are still stuck back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being loyal to them because I want us to all come together, grow together.
Can't take them with you.
Exactly. When it's like, hey, you know what? That part of my journey and this season in my life has already passed. So I got to let that go. And I got to move forward and develop other relationships and do things a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that you actually had to go through that process in order to get to where you are. Like, you need to let go of the losers unless you go through the losers. You know,
right?
And I think it's just man. That's it sucks, man. But we learn so much from the struggle, man. And I think without it, we can't get it. Yeah, man, it sucks.
PhD.
Yeah,
exactly.
You think about a lot of people that are successful in life, man. They got a struggle, man. They talk about like how they used to live in their car or something like that. It's a lot of people that made it, to stardom or to wealth. They had their trial and tribulation. There's very few and far between. Nobody struggled and it was just easy. It's always something. It's
I don't believe
bad decision. It's an accident. It's sacrifice because you got children. You know what I mean? It's but at the same time, you continue to move that to get that lesson though. If you don't get that lesson through that struggle, like you're not going to be able to come out that whole loyal to loser situation unless you stop being loyal to losers. You know what I'm saying? That's what you did, man.
Yeah,
that comes from maturity too.
If you don't learn something from it.
Right,
that's
exactly.
That's when it's wasted.
Yeah, and
that's exactly when it's wasted.
Ron said, is it age and wisdom? No, I don't think it's age. It's more of experiences. You know what I'm saying? You can be 21, you can be 25, because things that I have went through at 21, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? They taught me a different lesson. And depending on, you know what I'm saying, the circle that I'm around, I'm able to give them, you know what I'm saying, a lesson in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is because I did have a well-balanced life per se, from sacrificing with kids, from being raised in the hood, from going through a, you know what I'm saying, a a challenging marriage for quite a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
You think that Ulysses had a question? You think that your ex-wife slowed you down?
Yeah, definitely. But let me rephrase it. She didn't slow me down.
You
I
slowed
chose
yourself down.
myself down. You know what I'm saying? Because
You can't be blaming. That's right.
Right. I
You make
chose
a decision you made.
kids and a marriage over doing anything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you start blaming, that's when you start to get the resentment.
Mm-hmm.
You made that decision. I made that decision. And, that's why I'm not sitting on blame. I made that decision to give up my dream. Like, had I been stronger, had I been more, passionate about it and driven, you know what I mean? Perhaps, it might have been different. Like we go on the path that we go on, man. We learn what we're supposed to learn to become who the person you are today.
I
So
think you got to be.
No, I was just saying, the person I am today, man, I'm loving life. I'm living life on my terms. You know what I'm saying?
Getting stuck by fish.
Exactly.
But probably one thing too, man, is you gotta. The hard part most people fail at, I think, is they get with people for who they are now. And they don't think about the growth that they may need at a different phase of life. Cause some motherfuckers are stuck. And I'm gonna just use an example. Some motherfuckers are stuck being corner boys they whole goddamn life. They be 50 years old still on the damn corner. And it's the same way a lot of people are. They ain't changing. They still the same old, same old, same.
Right. So I think I agree with you to some degree, Rob, but I think the problem that a lot of people, and especially men, and I know I might get beat up for it, but I get beat up for everything, so it don't matter. But excuse me, damn, I got indigestion.
I said old school, man.
I think the problem is, and I say especially for men, is a lot of times they will get with a woman that they see potential and they believe may help them grow in certain areas. And when that doesn't happen, they tend to stick around and hope that something is going to change instead of leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because I think
I don't think that's a man thing.
I think we should always I'm not I know it may be
a person thing.
Right, but I say it's more so a man aspect because I see a lot of men do this and then a lot of men become resentful. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say
You
it's a
do
man.
as well. I have to totally disagree with you on that. we are the experts on falling in love with potential and hoping and taking care of and being there and supporting and being ride or die, waiting for that magical moment when he suddenly realizes all we've done and then he loves us and everything is lovely. It's not just a man thing. I think it's a human thing for people who haven't dug deep enough to see that person will never give you what you thought they were going to give you. Like never. You got to give it to yourself.
Yeah, I feel
it's
like
not going to happen.
I feel like sometimes when you look at people, right, like you could be around somebody and know they ass ain't gonna probably ever have a motherly quality because you just look at other facets of they character, right? Selfishness is hard to get over, hard. And I mean, you know who I'm talking about. The people that they ain't putting nobody else before themselves. These are characteristics that are hard because a lot of them people won't do the shit for their kids. It's still gonna be them over their kids.
That's right.
Well, they have somebody else to do it. That's sacrificing other parent or partner is going to ride. So yeah, it takes the responsibility off of them. They start off early with that. Once they see you got it, certain people aren't gonna step up. They're gonna go do what they want to do. Let you hold it down, and that happens, for men and women.
I think you just gotta be okay with people with phases, right? Because you're gonna go through a phase. This person's gonna go through a phase, but people will get with somebody right now, going, "I love her. She is the best thing." Why? Because she get high and drunk with you in this phase of your life right now. So what happens if you change? What happens if she changes? That's what y'all held on to as the glue to y'all fucking relationship. Now you faced with growth. and now your shit's in a ride because you don't know how to meet each other because this is what y'all met each other on before. Like that's why I say a lot of people are just dating and they looking at shit for right now. It's good for right now. To me, that shit was good for right now in my 20s. Right? There's more to lose as you get older. Right? And I feel like men take heartbreak probably a lot worse as they get older. A lot worse. So you talking about having to go through those type of aspects, and it's like, man, you want to try to make sure you got the, some of the facets of what you looking for. Because a lot of people, I don't think they really be knowing. They just be like, oh shit, she fine as fuck, and oh, she got a good job too.
Right?
Those your motherfucking that's your criteria, like. She got a good job. She look good, bro. You ain't even talking about her demeanor, and that's why I say people get around a woman and then they be like, "Oh, she a go getter." That shit kind of scary. Like, shit, she just told me if I ain't get it, she gonna get it herself. Like that offends a lot of dudes. Like, oh no, you supposed to wait on me to get it. Shit, we in a different.
It offends some, and it causes others to sit back and allow you. It really depends on the type of person that you're with, but definitely a lot of the people that you meet in your 20s and even your 30s are not going to make it with you to the end because they like you where they have you, which is what kind of what you talked about as phases. They like you where you are because you support the things that they need. And as you get older and your eyes open and you realize things aren't balanced and things aren't the same, and this is not how you planned it, and that you don't have to keep it this way, you make other people unstable. You pull the ground out from under their feet. And when you decide I'm going to do something different and it's my turn, sometimes our partners had no plans to give us a turn. This was going to be our role, for the beginning and end of time. And as a woman, especially a woman in a more traditional type of relationship, especially submissive type of role with with a religious component to it. This is supposed to be our whole life. I mean, I went to a class that told me I don't have goals and dreams. My job is to help my man meet his. I don't have those. Those need to be put aside. What? That's not what we do here. So I internalized a lot of that, and I told myself that all the time. I learned a lot of self-hate. I didn't get resentment, but I definitely learned a lot of self-hate because I was doing the opposite of what my heart and mind told me to do. So as time went on, I had nothing to show for all of these years, but broken relationships, and a bunch of kids, which I love my children, but you know how society looks at a single mother with, a bunch of kids by different men. I mean, I just felt like, well, dang, this is all I got for me doing what I thought was my role. Right. So sometimes you got to tear everything down to the bottom and rebuild yourself and start over. So I think we can all say that we're better people because of what we've been through and what we experienced, and we wouldn't be here today to even have this conversation about delayed dreams if we didn't delay some dreams. So I'm trying to look at it from that point of view instead of looking at everything that I lost and I wasn't able to do. Like my mom says, I'm blessed enough to be at an age where I can still enjoy life. I'm not too hard on the eyes. I don't look like what I've been through. My hair is not gray. I'm not packing luggage under my eyes. I did have some health issues due to stress. I had anxiety. I had hives. I had all kinds of stuff. I'm working on that. And, I still have time to kind of wrap this up in a neat little bow if I can, stay focused on what I need to do. So I think we're all at that point in life right now where, we still got time. We still got good time. We got a whole half a life left.
What you about to say, Ron?
I feel society pushes us to the wrong people. Like, I feel like if you think about it, right, society will tell you somebody is not for you and people will believe that shit. Right? Because everybody don't got the same mindset. Everybody is not strong in that type of mindset. So I feel like you got a lot of people in society that are telling you what you should do. Like, you can't have an opinion. You can't have, oh, I don't want this right here. I want this. Like, society will say it's wrong for you not to want sister girl right there and want to be over here with sister girl over here. that's what I mean when I say people pushing you to the wrong shit, right? They don't know you, they don't know your makeup, but they trying to make a fucking puzzle piece fit over here for you because they think that's what's best for you.
Right.
And I think that's what's plaguing a lot of society and why we having people get in marriages and relationships for what their shit is right now, because they listening to this person right now because, hey, maybe their marriage is great right now. But when they shit falters, they a whole different fucking person.
Right.
And now you over here, you listen to them and got with somebody that was not your match. And now you going through the same shit too. And guess what? Eventually misery gonna love company.
Yep.
And y'all gonna end up in the same boat because you didn't make decisions for yourself based on what you wanted in the future. Like, if you want to be successful entrepreneur, why you want to be with somebody that ain't gonna carry those qualities? Because you gonna be feeling like, damn, they not up to speed with me. Damn, they not over here with me on my mission. You know, so
Yeah,
then you gonna ultimately let that shit trickle into other stuff. But folks will be they superficial. They looking at it like, damn, man, you know, she look good on paper. Good on paper don't mean she gonna be good on paper with you, bro. That don't mean that
life
that's gonna benefit you and y'all together. That might just be her.
Or it could be her and somebody different, her and somebody with a different set of skills and mindset. Right. You know, when you're a good person and you know what you want out of life, you can pretty much make a lot of people happy. You can change a lot of lives. It's not a hard thing to do. What's harder is to find somebody equally yoked that benefits you in the same way.
Yes.
So you go through life knowing that you're going to be good. I know I can love. My capacity for love is great. My capacity to help. I know what I've survived. I know what I've been through. So yeah, I'm going to be a pretty good partner. And I don't think it's unfair to say that we know this after all that we have been through. But choosing somebody that complements that and supports that, and you know, is going to help us get to that next level, or support us, or be there for us getting to that next level, is something that a lot of us don't know how to do. And we're getting ready to go into that second half of our lives where we finally have a chance to do everything we wanted to do and do the same stuff that we did, you know, that we did before. So I think once we get to this stage in life, we need to really reevaluate all those mistakes and do that shadow work we talked about, unpack all that stuff so that we don't waste, you know, I don't want to call it waste because we did what we had to do, but you know, so we don't waste this part. Dealing with,
make the same mistake.
We can't communicate with, and we can't vibe with, and we can't be supported by, all of those types of things. Yeah.
So I think I don't think it's society, Rob. I think it's more of people's circle. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. Society will tell you right now, right? You shouldn't be with certain people, or you should. Like, give that girl a chance. She ain't in my fucking spectrum.
Right. And I think it's more so of this circle of people you're with versus society. You know what I'm saying?
You can scroll through your feed.
Even in looking in my feed, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people personally. Damn, I got indigestion. I know a lot of people personally, right? And the reason I say it's more of the circle, because those same people, the circle of friends that they have, they go through this cycle of kind of regurgitating the same type of men that they think is going to be the best man for them. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what? Hey, you know what? My girl might say, hey, you know what? This guy here has this. Or even the people that look at some of the couples and they're like, oh, relationship goals, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that may the relationship goal for you. Maybe, me and my husband or wife will go out and we'll dance every weekend, but that might not be something that is beneficial for you. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I'm saying more so as far as I'm losing the train of thought because I got damn indigestion. Go ahead.
What did you eat? Some pork rinds or something? What you been eating?
Yeah, I gobbled down some goddamn pizza.
Red Hots?
Yeah. Yeah, I gobbled down some pizza and put some spicy shit on there. That shit got me fucked.
Yeah. So what I meant by society,
I'll add to that too, guys. So I hear what you're saying, Rob. I hear what you're saying, Dak. And more so online with Good Bob was saying.
It goes with this.
But the only way you're gonna learn, or what way you're gonna know, is you got to go through the situation. You gotta go through that struggle, man. Like if you don't have that experience, how the hell else you gonna know? Unless it's you learn it from somebody, or somebody's giving you, the ropes, whatever, and making the best decisions for you. Like how you gonna know like this person's not equally yoked unless you with them? I mean, you find out, maybe years later, whatever, that they are. But perhaps they don't have the best. You have to learn discernment. Like you have to grow and get that skill. You know what I'm saying? The only way you can do that, man, is unfortunately is probably through failure. You know what I'm saying? Through the struggle. So good, you had a question?
I was just saying that at this age, we've been through the struggle, so we should be using the experience to pick better. I don't really think there's a whole lot of excuses for us to repeat the same things unless we have not gotten the healing to uncover why we continue to pick those people. There are a reason why we pick the same type of person, is because we're comfortable with certain things that are broken in us and that we put up with, or we dealt with, or we learned was okay growing up. So when people do wrong stuff, it's hard to let other people, it's hard to get others to understand that wrong is comfortable for us. That's the same wrong our parents did to us, or a sibling did to us, or an uncle did to us, or a religious leader, or whatever. This is a comfortable feeling for us. So we go to what's comfortable for us. So until you heal and unpack all of your baggage, that's what's going to happen. But at this age, the responsibility is on ourselves personally to unpack that baggage so that we don't repeat, the same things. And that's part of what the work we should be doing at this particular age. Between 35 and 45, you need to be fixing all the stuff before you call yourself getting involved with anybody doing anything, because we already know we're just going to break each other all over again and be bitter and start this whole thing all over again. Then we're going to blame all men and all women for the stuff we've been through. Like we didn't walk wide-eyed into that mess again, because it's easier than doing the work and being uncomfortable for however many years it takes to get to where you
that's the human condition.
Yep.
That's what we're liable to default to, so, just the easy path,
Right. Rob, Rashad had a question about how you felt society impacts people's criteria.
Oh, so let me just kind of preface that first. So for me, I feel like most people, first of all, are very superficial in what they consider in foundational requirements for dating or a relationship. And what I mean by that is there's certain things you're going to look for. Like you want someone who's going to be empathetic. You want someone who's going to have this quality, that quality. And I think most of us could probably agree that some of these are very foundational, because they're going to come up in key moments throughout your relationship in which you're going to want these foundational qualities to come into play. So what I kind of feel when I say society is driving us in some of our requirements or stuff like that. So for instance, a Lizzo, right? Lizzo is very free with her body. She's very open about herself and all that. But society will tell us that, hey, that's not a good image. She's wrong for doing this. She's wrong for doing that. So then they begin to say, she's not really what a quality woman is. Because I'm guaranteeing there's a lot of Southern belles who were like, nah, that is not how we should conduct ourselves. That is not a quality woman, yada, yada, yada. And what happens is you have people, after a group of people start agreeing to this, and you seeing so many of these images, wording, videos being presented to us, it now is guiding us in different directions, right? Our youth are way different than us. They're being guided in different directions of what they're deeming as quality versus what we might have thought was quality in our day and age. They're looking at different aspects of a person. A lot of them probably don't really give
high quality and low quality, alpha, beta, all really, of this designations of people.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything about having a connection. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's important, man. Like, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, Rob. I hope
I mean, it's the same way with, like, the whole, he gotta have, I'm gonna say he or she got to have a job, a car, whatever. But sis or bro, that might work for you. Somebody over here might find the ideal man. Homeboy has got everything together. He just ain't got no vehicle for
You was
whatever
from New
reason.
York City, you know what I'm saying? Never had to have a vehicle,
Yeah.
you know?
So, you can't go off sis and them talking about I can't date no man with a car. Like that's what's determining what's going to be good quality to them when homeboy over here ain't got no car, but he opened the door on your car. Homeboy is opening the door and doing stuff for
He treating
you
you right.
that these cats ain't doing for you, but you worrying about the wrong thing because sis and them was talking about that at dinner. They couldn't be with this. Girl, don't let that be the
age of
reason why
Uber. We don't need cars. We got bikes. We got trains. Should we trying to reduce
Uber,
our carbon
Lyft.
footprint? Anybody thinking about a car? If one person got a car, then both of y'all can share a car. So that's not even a issue. But definitely, I feel you with the as you call them, social constructs, the whole high value, low value, alpha, beta. There was a video on today where women were saying that certain type of women should only be with a beta man because a beta man is going to do such and such, and an alpha man is only going to deal with this type of woman. So unless you're type of woman, you don't get you an alpha man. And I'm just confused. Like everything that you're talking about is superficial, or it's something that a person can fake. It's something easily.
Check the box.
Right. It's basic, and those things don't keep you warm at night. Those things don't reassure you when you're feeling some kind of way. They're not able to to make you feel better. They're not able to understand you. They're not able to mesh with you and connect with you. Like those things can be done. A man can go out and buy a car. Women can go out and buy a car. You can buy him a car. He can save his money and get a car. Getting a car is not an issue. Can you buy him a heart though? Yeah. Can you buy him a mind? Can you buy him security? Can you buy him sensitivity? Is he that connection by you when you're going through something? Is it going? We gonna make it to old age when you gain a couple of pounds and your hair turns gray and somebody got sexual dysfunction? Is he gonna better ride with that? Or we only worry about if he has a car, makes 6 figures, and whatever the
treat you like shit.
You know what? Right, hard? You know what's hard? The problem is that, and this is just me speaking, as we moved into the times we're in, we eliminated binary, right? So when we were young, when binary was like what your dad did.
Where you going? Carefully, but I see where you're going.
No. I mean, when I'm saying binary is we had defined roles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you throw variables in there, what is a definition of a good man or a good woman now? Nobody really has, there is no lane. Like when we were younger, there was a somewhat lane. Oh, your dad is taking care of the house, or he's doing this, he fixes the car, whatever. These were the lanes that we looked at. Now we don't have lanes because it's like, oh, hey, I determine this is a good man. I determine this. Oh, he don't got to be a provider. He just over here and does this or whatever. So it's a different dynamic now. So it's not a defined example kind of when we were coming up. It's like, oh, your mom and dad did certain roles and this is how they maintain their relationship and all of that. When there's no foundation to what is right or wrong, you have all these variables. And the problem is a lot of people are in this variable of they're trying to move away from the old, but all they know is the old.
Right. So we haven't evolved there yet. We haven't evolved to that place yet.
Yeah. How you moving over here, but you still holding on to the old? Because you can't say, oh, I don't need no man for nothing. I can handle it my own. But then say, I want a man like my father. Well, your father was the one doing everything and handling everything. So what are you defining as what you want as your father? Because a lot of people say that oh, I want my mother in her. What the fuck does that mean? What qualities? Because your mama was on your ass coming up, and you sure as fuck didn't like that. So
right, you're not gonna like it from your wife either. Or your woman.
People say, I want my mom. Oh, she was a strong woman, but you didn't like when she was strong on your ass when you ain't wanted to be. You ain't like this, you ain't like that. But now you think you finna deal with a woman in a romantic relationship the same way? Shit, bro. The moment that she tell you something like your mama, you gonna be right back to mama. God damn, I hate this. I don't like when you do this, that, and other, but you wanted a strong woman like your mama.
You have to make a new list. And this list is going to be all the things that we cannot see. We're too focused on what we can see and not what we cannot see. So until we get to the point where we're not so visually stimulated by what a person looks like, how tall they are, what they sound like. And I know we're still going to have our physical preferences. So I'm not saying that people shouldn't have them. But when we can't see past those things into what a person really is, we will always get tripped up. We will always get tripped up. If we're not asking, can a person communicate well? Can they be kind when they're angry? You know, can they articulate their feelings? Can they be fair when they don't have to be fair? Are they, gonna go that extra mile? Those are things that most of us don't even know how to evaluate, how to look for, how to know when we're getting that. We haven't even learned that. We're still gripping tightly to how much he makes and how many times a week does she cook, knowing that both of us cook and take care of ourselves now. So some of these things that we're holding on to so tight, they just don't work in the same way. But at the same time, a person who cares about somebody else is going to do those things anyway. So some of the things I see people holding on to, I'm like, you do understand somebody care about you is going to do those things for you anyway. It has a good likelihood at least. And you could ask a person if they, like to cook, or if they do cook, what's their favorite dish. Like, there's ways of doing this, but we're just looking at some basic things that aren't enough to sustain past the time that we are being together. That little 2 to 5 year mark is when everybody starts falling apart, because that's when we start shedding. That's when we grow. That's when our cells and our bones regenerate. We become new people physically every 5 to 7 years. So you actually physically become a new person, and life changes you. What you want out of life is different. Maybe you want to be a homebody and you want to sit on a farm and you wanted to, to feed the animals and raise babies and start a daycare. And then maybe 5 years from now, that's not what you want to do. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to be a public speaker. Maybe you want to do something totally different. And so does your partner love you enough to support your growth and allow you to be whatever your human experience requires or desires you to be? Or do you have to be what that person needs for themselves? Are you just going to be a means to an end? And that's what I felt like for a lot of time, is a means to an end. I help other people do what they need to do by supporting them in their dreams. And we've got to think about what our future, looks like, and only add things to our life that look like that future. So the minute that person idea, that person's thinking, that person's morals, that person's values don't align with how you see your life ending up, that's just not for you. It's not for you.
I think I alluded to this earlier, man, but value the connection over the impression.
Definitely.
Like that's, it's you look great on paper, but should you try to, like Rob said, should you try to, fit it in there just because it looks good on paper, and it's not more likely it's not gonna last, right? So what Good was talking about, what you were just describing about shedding at 4 to 5 years, like, can you get past that? Can you survive the dynamic of you guys changing? Can you change together and stay together? You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't happen because you're impressed. It happens because you're connected. You know what I'm saying? It happens because you're soulmates, you know what I'm saying? Or you appreciate a partner enough, you know what I mean? And even if you get to that point, where y'all might be growing apart, that happens again. So with that being said, how do you amicably split? You know what I'm saying? Like, so then how do you you might still love her, but like you guys now have you changed and things are moving differently. I've seen relationships with older couples, man. I hung out with this lady the other day. She's married. It wasn't like that, but I was just kind of hanging out. And I was just wanted to explain that real quick. And she was like, "Yeah, man, she's an older lady." She's like, "Yeah, we just, my husband and I just decided to date, not necessarily have sexual relationships, whatever, but, to do other things, to kind of, open up things and kind of see what else is going on. Like they mutually agreed to do that, because like you said, like that's a dynamic that happens in, longer relationships, and that perhaps, is something that might needs to happen in order for y'all to, to make the relationship efficient, or make it a happy situation, like, so you make decisions like that. So, but y'all are right, man. Like it's that superficial, social construct, society telling you, what does your heart say? How does this person make you feel?
Definitely make
getting all the information.
feel.
Yeah, like, what I mean. So like and being honest about that. Perhaps you make excuses, because it's you love a little bit over the top or something like that, and decide to ignore certain signs. But again, that's part of learning. That's part of the struggle.
We definitely,
you
human
figure it out.
Definitely do that.
How much you gonna take? You about to figure out that edge real good. You know what I'm saying? So it just, again, like the only way you're gonna know that though is you got to go through that situation.
Got to go through it
and be vulnerable. Got to be vulnerable, man. Got to be honest with yourself. Especially afterwards when things ain't go well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say now that I was immature. I should have been more inclusive. I should have listened better. You know what I mean? I thought I didn't have to change diapers. Huh?
I've heard that, and I'm still shocked when I hear it.
I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what part of the game is that? So, but again, like I did, it's now that I'm past that point, man, and had the opportunity to learn, unfortunately, but that's just the nature of life, man. And the goal is to become more efficient in the moment that you're in over time, to become better, in a moment, especially when it's our dark time. How can you be the best person in that dark time as you can, especially when it's a dark time with another person that you love. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way in my mind that you're going to survive if you can become efficient, in love and leading with love in everything that you do. You know what I mean? And it's not easy because sometimes you got to lead with love in hard situations. And know when, like, just be quiet sometimes. Like, you know what? It's not
love
going
is
the
the
way
last
I
thing
want
you're
it to
thinking about. You're like,
last thing you
that
think
much
about
right now, but right.
Just
So
have another drink. Just take another drink. Try to drink it away.
Like Unc may not return. So we'll go around with the wrap up question, and we'll start with Rob Deasy, aka Good Hair, aka Wow, aka Preach Rob. So, Senor Good Hair, what are we gonna do when it comes to sacrifice and delaying our dreams in this half of our life? What are we gonna switch up so that we don't have to have this conversation when we're on our deathbeds at 100 years old? That we should have done this and we should have done that. What are we gonna do with the rest of this time we have here?
Shit, you better be doing what makes you happy. I think for me, like I said, shit changed a little bit because I just had my daughter, so stuff is different. Like, you want to try to find that fine balance because I want her to pursue her dreams too. So I think the best example is a parent that's living out daydream or trying to achieve what their dream is.
I agree.
At the time. Like, I say one of the best things my pops probably showed me was he got his bachelor's and master's probably within 2 years of each other. So he probably got it like 40, 42. And his whole message in that was it's never too late to go back to school and get your degree. Don't prevent you
100.
from getting that. So, I think that was one of his dreams he wanted to achieve because he didn't get his high school diploma and all of that. So I think just seeing your parents being able to do stuff and being able to relay that back to you is very key because they're also going to tell you some of the roadblocks they ran into. Hopefully they're going to share some of that experience with you, just so that hey, as a part of going for your dream, you're going to probably hit some bumps in the road. So you want to make sure you kind of outline that to them. But yeah, so now I'm just doing, what it is I want to do now. I'm not necessarily worried about nobody else and how they feel and, you know, what their outlook is and whether or not they good. Because like I said, I watched for a good while and people going to do what the fuck they want to do regardless of what you do.
Exactly.
So on what's going to make you happy and the ones around your loved ones happy that's around you that matter. Cause trying to do shit for other people, you could be over here. I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. Oh, I'm gonna go get a house for my kid, and they gonna live with me. And then guess what? They'll meet a dude or a girl and be like, "I'm outie." So you better be doing what it is that you know what's best for you, living your dream. Cause guess what? Everybody else gonna live theirs. So that's my little tidbit. That's how I'm a.
That's true. I guess I'll go ahead and answer and let Jay wrap up the last question, since this was his brainchild. This was his topic, and he definitely came up with a real good one. And then we'll, you know, say our I guess we don't need a last word because this kind of is a last word, and then we'll just kind of wrap up. See if anybody has anything else they want to share with us, or you know, if you have anything else you want to share or ask, definitely put it in the chat. Because we're hitting the hour and 45 minutes, so we're going to start wrapping. For me, I think what I'm going to do differently when it comes to sacrifice is not make it an all or nothing type of deal. I can still help others. I can still give them part of my time, but I can still keep my boundaries in place and still be a loving person. Somehow I got the idea in my head that I couldn't be loving unless I was self-sacrificing unconditionally to the people that I cared about. So it didn't matter if I slept, if I ate, if I was in pain. It didn't matter what I was going through, as long as the people I cared about were getting their needs met. And, you know, almost, I don't want to say I almost died, but some close to that. You know, blood pressure was crazy. I've told y'all about my hives, my skin issues, anxiety, panic attacks, having to pull my car over because I just fear of impending doom, social situations. Like it got to the point where I was like, if I don't do something, I'm never going to be able to do anything I dreamed of. I'm never going to be able to leave this house. Like my decision making was impaired. Everything that I did was for somebody else. So when I got to the point where it was my turn, I didn't even know what to do. I couldn't make a decision as to what I wanted to do. I started 5 or 6 different endeavors all at the same time. Anything that interests me, you know, I jumped on because I finally, you know, had a chance, and I'm still struggling with time management and trying to figure out how to do all the things, you know, that I want to do. But I have the time to do that now, and I'm going to do it, and no one's going to get in the way. So if somebody needs my help, they can get my help before or after I do what I'm going to do. And they'll get as much help as I feel comfortable giving them. And as long as it does not infringe on my ability to do what I need to do for myself. So, you know, the biggest difference for me is it's not an all or nothing thing. I don't owe you my soul because I love you. I don't owe you my mind because I love you. I don't owe you my checkbook because I love you. I don't owe you shit. This is my life. You have yours. You lived yours how you want it. I'm living mine how I want it. And you don't get to decide what I do from here on out. So I think, like you said, putting yourself first and your happiness and trying to make up for, you know, what we call lost time. It's never really lost, but making the most of this time because we know how limited it is. If you think about how quick that time passed from our 20s when we first started making these sacrifices till today, that's a long time. And it went in a blink. My mother always tells me, I got about 15 good years left. I'm like, stop counting down. Like, stop saying that. 15 summers is a scary thought. That's a scary, scary thought. So being 46, I mean, if I'm healthy and I start counting, that's not a whole lot of time. So I'm definitely not putting anything else, you know, on the back burner. Not in the same way. Like, no, this is all for me. So that's where I'm at. So, Jay.
Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do different? You know, from then to now. You know, I have to. You know, what I am doing is rescoping my dream. You know, what I want to do, the things that I'm passionate about. You know,
Just passed the state real estate exam.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, man. That first chance, first go. And, you know, I'm looking for something that I can be autonomous, you know, and travel how I want to travel, and not necessarily have to not be around for my children. And yeah, there's still the sacrifice I got to do for my children, but you know, that's not, you know, now I can go back and still pursue my dreams like you're doing right now. You know, early in your life, man, you know, starting your families off, man, and you give a whole lot, man, you know, and so now, like you said, you're in a situation where you're able to. So the same thing with me. I'm literally, you know, carving myself out, you know, the rest of my career, you know, right now. Not going back to corporate America because that had nothing to do with my dream, you know, or I wasn't using that to further my dream, you know, the way I wanted to. Perhaps I did use it in order to as a stepping stone to move forward. Focus. Changing my focus the way I used to focus, you know, it's you know, it was patches, you know, but now, you know, I'm changing my focus in a way where it's consistent, you know, and deliberate and intentful, you know, into, you know, what I want to do next, you know, and planning. I used to, you know, I was just fly by the seat of my pants kind of a dude. That's just what I used to do, you know, and everything I always used to work out, you know, some kind of way.
Some kind of way, yes.
Yeah, some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? So, but now, you know, I know more, I know better, I know different, you know, so I need to do different, you know what I mean? So, again, like it's, you know, those were the dreams then, but now I still have the same kind of dreams, but I know I'm going to get to them in a different kind of way. Like Rob said earlier, man, like it changes over time. Like it redefines itself. Perhaps it makes itself make it more clear on exactly what you want to do. And that's what's happening now, man. So having the opportunity to, you know, to get into photography and film, you know, and so that's going to be in conjunction with the real estate, you know, real estate photography and the drone and all that kind of stuff. And you know what I mean? So just going off at all those complementary services to build my own deal, you know. And you know, it's gonna be by myself. Like, you know, it's just me. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily get the support, you know, that I think I would need, you know, and it may not happen. You know, you might think that you're gonna be supported by certain people, the ones that are closest to you. But you know, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. It may hurt, but it's just what you still got to go move forward. So, and then, you know, understanding that and thinking, you know, and knowing that, you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to be resentful, or are you going to keep it moving? And so that's, you know, that's having that realization and seeing that and accepting it.
Accepting it, right. Understanding it is one thing, but accepting it is,
you know what? All right,
definitely harder.
All right, I got to leave it on the floor. I got to leave the mess there now. You know what I mean? It is, you know, it is what it is, you know, and I have a, you know, a goal in life now, you know, so, but that's, you know, I'm glad we had an opportunity to talk about this one. Definitely been something that kind of just popped in my head, man. And it was really profound, because I know, you know, we've all had to do, you know, to make sacrifices. And again, guys, it's been a great journey with you guys on the podcast. It's been so introspective to learn, you know, and also getting good on a team. You know, that's brought a lot of growth and learning experiences. It just kind of just sharpen each other up on these shows. So I think this is going to be the last show for the next 3 weeks, right? I think we'll come back on the July, the summer hiatus. So we're gonna come back with some crazy stuff. I know you're gonna be out.
I don't know what Jack is plotting. He said we got to come back on some nonsense. So he didn't say positivity. Yeah. He didn't say anything. He said some nonsense. So I guess the next 3 weeks we'll be hanging out with our families and cultivating some nonsense and coming back with some, you know, some fresh energy and whatever. Anybody have plans for the summer? Rob, do you have plans?
Yeah. I'm trying to get my body together. I'm thinking about becoming a male stripper. So
okay. Dreams, man. Dreams, dog.
Yeah. Nah.
What's gonna be your male stripper name, dog? White Stallion?
Nah, it's gonna be Macchiato.
Macchiato.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, is it supposed to,
So like
mean?
You know, like
iced
a
or
cut-
hot? Are you gonna be
like
a hot macchiato or are you gonna be an iced macchiato?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a hot macchiato, hot
Okay.
caramel French vanilla macchiato.
What's that? What's macchiato?
It's a coffee drink.
Coffee drink.
It's espresso with cream and caramel in it. It makes these pretty kind of swirly colors when you pour the cream on top of the espresso at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
I'm gonna be macchiato.
Oh, if I can, if I
With
can
a
help you
little
out, man,
with
get
a
you some
little
shows,
coffee.
man. I'll help you out, bro.
With a little coffee
Macchiato.
speedo on, coffee colored speedo
Lord.
with the tan lines to match.
Oh, that'll be something to see. I'm sure plenty of ladies will put money in your G-string. I'm sure you'll do well.
Man, we'll see how that works out. I might have to give up that dream.
I mean, I thought we weren't giving up on dreams. I thought we were just gonna,
Some people better realize the difference between a dream and a nightmare.
Make sure you draw up that business plan and you present it to your
right. Please present it to me, please. I need to see this. I need to vet this
It's
before I
called
get my
oil all over my body. That's what it's going to be called.
all
over my body.
White pleather.
All right, y'all.
Okay. Then I guess we'll just wrap it up and say goodnight since Dak didn't make it back on. But as always, we thank you for tuning in with us and
thank you
listening to us, and also commenting and sharing sharing your imperfect truth with us as well. If Dak was here, he would say like, comment, follow, and share. We are trying to move to YouTube, but y'all love the hell out of Facebook, and all y'all on Facebook is like 1 or 2 people that be on YouTube sometimes. So if you get a chance, subscribe to us on YouTube so we can kind of move that way. That's the plan. And we hope that you'll enjoy the next 3 weeks. You'll probably still see us online, getting involved in conversations, posting our memes, still doing what we do. We may post a few things on the Imperfect Truth page just so we stay connected, while we're away. But our next show will be July 27th. As Dak says, it's going to be on some nonsense. I don't know what that means, but I guess you'll find out. And if you have any show ideas, any topics, memes, anything you want to share, definitely fill the inbox up over these next 3 weeks so we can start, rolling them out and, doing something with them. So thanks again and good night.
Good night.